This conference will now be recorded.
Yes, tell me. You're saying something?
Yeah, I got it. I mean, I got the logic. Then, if in SRC folder, all those codes will be available, right? If some
Yes, you're right.
developers store that, let's consider a developer store one SonarCube code there, SRC folder. Okay, the path will be present
No,
in the POM
actually,
folder, right?
why so? Okay, just a minute. Why Sonar Cube code will be available in SRC folder? So SRC folder is for Java code, right?
Yes.
We're not at all including Sonar in Java code. Once the code is development, so our Jenkins is comparing this code with Sonar, right? We haven't included any Sonar related stuff here in
Yeah,
your
got it.
Java code. Your Jenkins is doing that. We integrated our
Okay, then
Sonar and
project
Next
name will
with
be like.
Jenkins.
Okay, then.
Mm. Mhm.
Okay, then project name will be in that POM folder. Then how it is connecting, how it is getting the, I mean, project name details.
Yes.
Is it mentioned in
Again,
that POM
yeah.
XML? All
No,
those
no,
details?
not like that. So what command you are triggering to run to get a sonar qualities to run that sonar quality check? You're running maven command, right?
Maven command, right? Yeah, correct.
Maven space sonar colon sonar. So by default, maven will read this form.xml only. You no need to say anything. So obviously that maven will
Okay,
read this form.xml.
okay, okay.
Okay, that's the reason.
Okay,
Got
yeah,
it?
clear, yeah, clear. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay then. So let's see. Let's install Tomcat. So can I have one more server, Divya? So Tomcat is a web server. Like we do have different web server like HTTPD, Tomcat, Apache, Nginx. These are called as web servers. What is web server? A web server is nothing but to maintain a web content. So let's assume that. So we are the customers for youtube.com, facebook.com, twitter.com, whatsapp.com. These are all websites. So actually what they are doing, website, how they are creating websites? Somewhere in Linux or Windows, they are maintaining some web servers, and under that web server only they are maintaining the data. That data only we are reading. So here what is Tomcat is means Tomcat is one of the web server tool. If I install Tomcat on top of any Linux box, okay, so I can maintain Java application, Java web application. So let's take this student app. Now student app code is there. So with that, what application I'm building? .war file I'm building. That is a web archive. So I can deploy this war file on top of Tomcat. So that now onwards, when I deploy that application into Tomcats, I can see what exactly I developed. I'll show you that today. Okay. Can you launch one Tomcat server? Sorry, CentOS server launch instance.
I already have CentOS here.
One more.
The same one. Okay.
Okay. Can you name the servers here? So just for best practice. Here the first field is there, right? Can you name which server is for which purpose? No, no. Go back to EC2 dashboard. Don't click on launch instance. Go back to services. Name your servers for the best practice. So even you can understand which server is for which purpose. No, no. First open EC2 instance. EC2 dashboard, right? In that you
Yeah.
can name your servers. You did not given any names to your servers. Generally, I can give Jenkins master, Jenkins slave, Maven server, something like that, right? You did not given that. So please make sure
Yeah.
that you given in that name. So just for best practice. So do you know which server is for which purpose? On which server you have which application? Do you aware of this?
Uh, Yeah.
Okay, if you are aware,
Yeah,
please
yeah.
go ahead and name them.
2. Okay.
So what is the first server?
First one is EC2. I mean, Red.
Jenkins, huh?
Uh, yeah, Jenkins.
Okay, right. So write down as Jenkins master. You have to save it. You did not save it actually. The tick mark is there, right? You have to click on that. Then only it will be saved.
Okay.
So the general practice is like what
Here I have
application you
installed.
install. Yeah, tell me.
Okay.
సో మీరు అక్కడ ఏం ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తారో ఆ పేరు ఇవ్వండి బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ అనమాట అది గుడ్ అలా యా నౌ ఫర్ ద థర్డ్ సర్వర్ మావెన్నా స్లేవ్ సర్వర్ జెన్కిన్స్ స్లేవ్
Yeah, yeah, Maven.
సో గైస్ now the Tomcat can be a new server or in the slave server itself. It's your wish, but generally we would have one more server. So in real time we would have separate server for each application. Now click on launch instance. So launch CentOS 7 server, one more server. I'll be in mute for some time.
Okay. Should I go for micro?
Yes, micro is enough. Yes, micro is enough. So guys, here all servers we are taking micro, but in real time based on your requirement. So how much load might be there on top of server? Based on that you have to select. So obviously if it is if I'm launching a Tomcat server which is to maintain my web server, my youtube.com, so obviously it should have enough resource, right? So your application team will let you know that how much load it should be there, you might have on that particular server. Based on that you have to take. Here just for practice purpose we are taking micro for some of the servers, right? Yeah, log into it. Okay, so Tomcat is ready now. So in Google, just Tomcat installation and CentOS 7 with RPM and Tomcat RPM installation on CentOS 7. Yours is CentOS 7 only, right? Yeah,
Yes, yes.
installation and CentOS 7. Enter. Okay, open the first one. Yeah, come down slowly. Come down. Yeah, follow it. I think EPL should be there already. No, don't scroll up, scroll down. So it's already developed. So I think this much is not required. Just a minute. Let me give you some other document. Actually, it's giving lots of stuff. This much is not required. There is an easy procedure.
You just need that wget, right?
Yeah, not about that. Even the RPM, with the help of RPM also, you can install it. So just a minute. I have some other stuff. Can easily done. Yes. Yeah, I just ping in group. Please open it. So guys, actually this is one of the end-to-end process. So how can I know that what are the steps should be there in my CI/CD job? So it's completely, there will be different teams, right? Development team will be there, application team will be there, database team will be there. You have to talk with them, what exactly they are doing. Okay, so when development is completed, so daily developer uploaded the stuff into GitHub. Then after, what exactly they are doing? You may not have the same step what we done till now, right? You have to talk to them. They will tell you what exactly they are running, where they are running, when they are running, right? Those command you have to make one by one. Okay, let's follow it. Yum install Tomcat. So I can see some latency. I don't know. Is it for everybody? Only for me. Guys, is there any latency for you?
No.
Okay, maybe my network problem then. Yeah. Then open that file. vi usr share tomcat conf. No. I think your installation something. Open your install the command. Something problem. Is it done completely? See, it's not completed. It's clearly saying you should not do like that. It was expecting yes or no. You did not given
Yeah.
the first command. You use up arrow. You should be very careful while running the commands. Please, like you have to check what is the status. Is it completed successfully or not? You have to check that. Without checking that previous command status, if you go with others, what will happen? Again, you have to come back. Your setup may not work. You should be careful about that.
Okay.
Yeah. So first step is done. Now open that file. No, copy paste directly from there to here. Don't do like that. The best practice is always copy paste.
Uh, yeah, I have copy pasted it.
I think it's
Can you
not.
please
It's a big file
maximize that
name.
window?
The file name is very big. You copied only 3 letters.
Uh, Here it has only user.
Not that one.
Or
Below
should I?
command is there, right? Yes, obviously. That is the Tomcat setting file, configuration file.
Okay.
Change the font as well. Can you change the font before that? Right click on your tab. Change settings. Appearance. Change. Yeah. Now open the file. So go back to that page. So he's asking to update something. I think so. Come down. Below, copy that line, complete line, Java apps. So guys, actually if you go through the description about each command, you will come to know what exactly, like which command I have to run, where to run and all. As I already know, okay, so simply just go back to at the end of the file, Shift G. So now press O, no, out, come, yeah, now press O, now paste it. Paste that whatever you copied, okay, and
Yeah.
make sure that there is no extra characters, junk characters. Sometimes what will happen means junk characters will be copied. So please make sure that everything is correct. You copy pasted correctly. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, then save it now. Escape colon WQ. Okay, save it now. Yeah, the task is done. Next. Web apps, web apps. Okay, wait. Admin packages. Yeah, good. Yeah, these are also required. Okay, good. Next. Those are optionals. It's clearly saying, right? If you want to install Tomcat documentation, so not required. Come down. Next, yeah, open that file. Enter it. Now go to end of the file. Yeah, here just press capital O. Capital O. It will create a line before that. Yeah, here go back to that notes. So you can add your user details. Go back to your notes once.
Yeah.
So here, wait. It's already there in your file. So they are asking in between these two lines, add below stuff. That's what she is saying. He is saying, come down little slow, little low, just down, come down. Yeah, copy that user stuff, only that user stuff, username. That line is there. Yes. So the above line and below line already would be there in your file. I'll show you that. So in between those two lines, you have to copy paste this. If you go to your file, see, come down, just use down arrow. See, already that below one entry is there. So above to that, you have to paste this, whatever you copied. Again, use up arrow. Now paste your content. Yeah, here, see, we are creating a user called admin and password called password. If you want to change this username password, you can change it. Your wish. Do you want to go with the same one?
Yes.
Your wish. You can change it if required. It's up to you. Okay, these are the admin username and password. Okay, so for Tomcat server. Now save it. Escape :WQ. Yeah. Now start your Tomcat. Systemctl start Tomcat. And enable also. So that even after reboot also your Tomcat will come up. Enable also. Systemctl enable Tomcat. And check the status also after this. Check the status. So Tomcat should be running now. And my Tomcat is running now. So what I can do? So to access this Tomcat server, so the port number is 8081 for Tomcat. So go back to your Tomcat server, EC2 instance. I mean the dashboard.
But Amar, for Nexus
Yes,
also we have 8081, right?
that is on another server,
Okay.
right? You're not in the same server.
Okay.
If you are in the same server, you cannot install default the same port applications. But this is one more server, right?
Huh.
So you can install Tomcat 8080 or 8081. Just a minute. 8081 only. Sorry, 8080, not 8081.
Okay.
So go to security groups. So Jenkins port number, Tomcat port number both are same. So you cannot install Jenkins and Tomcat on the same server because both uses the same port, right? With a single port, you cannot use multiple applications. Select security group for Tomcat server. So inbound rules, edit inbound rules, 8080. Yeah, so custom anywhere, save it. Come now,
Our
save option. There.
protocol
Done.
doesn't need to be changed.
Not required. So by default, it will take. Okay,
Okay.
so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Custom TCP port is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, now you are done. Get the public IP address of your Tomcat :8080. Yes, press enter. That's it. My Tomcat server is ready now. Now click on Manager app. There only I can upload my applications. So somewhere in the second line, Manager app is there, right? Yeah. Provide your username and password, which we added just now. Did you remember that username password? No. I think username
It's
is
admin.
admin,
It's
password
admin.
is password. Yes.
Oh.
Just we added into the file. Did you remember?
Yeah.
That was the admin, not Tomcat user. Password is password. Yeah. So guys, so here you can see like you can upload the WAR files. You can deploy your WAR files. Can you scroll down a little bit? Little bit. Come down. So right now, see, I don't have student tab. My project name is student app only, right? There itself. In the above, the blue color color coding is there, right? Scroll up. Little bit. Scroll up. Yeah. So here I don't have student app in this list. Okay. Now I'm going to upload my student app to this Tomcat. How can I do that? Actually, where is my var file, guys? Where every time my var file is generating? What is the
Nexus.
path? Nexus I'm uploading once I created it. In Maven server, in my slave server, I'm downloading my application, my code every time. There, I'm building my application, right? In which directory it would be there? Can you log into your Maven server? Maven workspace.
Yeah.
I need slave server where your job is triggering. Yeah, log into it.
Yeah.
Is it your Maven server?
Yep.
Okay. Can you go to your workspace where your code is getting pulled every time? I think cd/root. So how can I know that? What is my workspace? Guys, how can I know that? What is my workspace?
cd space var space leave then workspace name.
That is your master. If you are in your master server, that so by default it would be /var/lib/jenkins. Exactly. So this is the place. You can check if you go to your job in job the build console output. You can see the workspace where exactly my code is triggering every time. Yeah. So good. Now cd space your yeah workspace. Enter. Do ls. So every time my application is when if I do some change, can you go to your github.com and do some change here in github.com your branch? Go to github.com. Open one more web page where your GitHub is there.
Yeah.
Is it your okay?
It's Maven
Yeah.
repo. I mean shared one.
Yes, correct only. Yes, correct only. Just create some file. Create new file. But generally, your developer, what he will do, he won't create something like a test files, right? He will create Java code under SRC folder. He'll write Java class files and all, right? But here, example, I'm creating a sample file. So immediately, what it should do? My job should be triggered on my workspace. The job should be triggered, so I should get the latest code, and on top of it my build steps should be triggered. What are the build steps you have? So as of now, building an application with your code and running quality checks on top of that code. Then after, so next says now that's application. So commit your file. I'll show you. Now go back to your Maven server. So just wait for some time. So your job will be triggered in some time. Just click on your job name. Yeah. So just wait for some time. Your job will be triggered now. The fourth build will be triggered. Means 4 times till now, like your job is triggered. Every time, and the latest code will be pulled out to your workspace. I will done the changes to the correct repository. Can you show me one more time?
Yeah.
The repository, your GitHub repository. Okay, so correct only. Just show me. Come down. So which file you created?
Here. QWERTY.
You QWERTY. Okay. go back to your job now. But this time it should complete it then. What happened? Just refresh it. Is your job correctly configured?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you click on configure button? Let's see the configuration. Actually, by this time it should be complete. It should be started. I don't know what happened exactly. Okay, come down. Dev is ready. Come down. Your GitHub repository details correct only. Okay, which branch you have done? Go back to your job. .github.com. Your code.
Um,
I think you did in master. You
yeah.
should be very careful while doing the changes because in your job you given for future job, right?
Yeah.
So always our developer will do the changes in future job only, future branch only, not in production or some other branch. So be careful.
Okay.
Yeah, good. Save it. So example, we are creating some just random files with random names. But in real time, your Java code will be there. Your developer will write Java codes always. Now commit it so that your job will be triggered. Yeah. So go back to your job. Click on your job name. So wait for some time. Your job will be triggered. So as part of this job, what should happen? So the latest code should be pulled into my workspace. Then my build steps will be triggered, like building an application, running source code. Yeah. So just wait for some time. Yeah, your job has started. So wait for some time.
Oh, it's done. Amar?
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Oh, okay.
Just a minute.
Hello?
Yeah, just a minute, guys. Just
Okay,
a
okay,
minute.
okay.
Yeah, okay, guys. I'm sorry. I'm back. Yeah. So where are we?
I have run the job and it's successfully
Okay, good. So you got the latest
Created.
code, right? So what was the file?
yeah,
You got it?
PC file.
Okay. So you got the latest code here. And also the application got created. Can you go to the target folder? Can you change the font?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So see here, every time, whenever a developer changed his code, modified the code, with that latest code, this WAR file will be generated. So again, if you change something in a code, again that latest code, this WAR file, old one will be again modified. If this, you will get this WAR file. This WAR file, I have to deploy into my Tomcat. Okay. So now in which folder I have to, so again, do we have Tomcat in the same server or different server?
Different server.
Different server, right? So if it is the same server, directly we can use like CP command. But we have Tomcat in a different server, right? Now, how can I copy it? Anybody know it, guys? How can I copy from one Linux box to another Linux box? Just a minute,
Using
guys.
a
Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry for the delay. Yeah, so guys, if the Tomcat server is in the same server where my target file, my var file is available, so in that case, directly I can copy from this var file from this folder to. So the Tomcat again, every application has one specific folder. Like for my Jenkins, I do have var lib Jenkins, right? In the same way, for my Tomcat also there is one folder called web apps. Okay, you should find out where that web apps folder is there. You have to copy this .var file into that web apps folder. So here, obviously, my Tomcat is running in another server, not in the same server. So I have to do I have to use scp command. Can you do it? Scp, scp, and your file name. SCP means secure copy.
Oh,
Okay. Now your var file, which file you want to copy? Space, space.
yeah.
Have we given space after that var?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Still, I can't see that. Okay. Now the destination server IP address where my Tomcat is running. My Tomcat public IP address, because I'm not in the same server, right? So this should be the syntax. My Tomcat IP address. Hmm. One time. No, it's not yet completed.
Oh, so yeah.
Yeah, colon without space,
Okay.
colon, and the Tomcat folder. Where that? Go back to your Tomcat. I will show you that web apps folder. You have to know that where it is exactly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There's a Tom.
So here I know the folder name, but I don't know exactly where that is. So simple. Find
Yeah.
forward
Fine.
slash forward slash space hyphen name without space. Hyphen name is without space.
Uh, okay. Then
Yeah. Then web apps. Web apps is your folder name.
to
Yeah. Okay. So this is the folder name. Now copy this folder name, complete folder name, the complete path.
uh, I have two different locations, or how would
Oh, the first one is the correct one. Varlib Tomcat web apps.
okay. Yeah. Should I click on enter?
Yes. So click on yes. So yeah, actually in Tomcat server by default the password authentication is disabled. You cannot use it. Okay, we have to set up some passwordless authentication. Let's do one thing. So can you create a keys in master that slave machine? Go back to that slave machine. The Maven server.
Yeah, this is the Maven server slave.
Okay, so can you run this command ssh-keygen without space? ssh-keygen without space,
Okay.
space -t space rsc. Okay, so can you go to that yeah, root.ssh directly also you can open it. Cat
Okay.
direct cat yeah, the file name. Now copy that key. Yeah,
Yeah.
now go back to Tomcat server.
Yeah.
Yeah, here again cd /root /.sh. Yeah, enter. Now do ls. Yeah, open that authorized keys. cd yeah, vi authorized keys. Use tab button will help you.
Okay.
Authorized. Yeah, open it. So press O means it will create a new line. Yeah, now copy that key whatever you generated in slave machine to here. So guys, what exactly I am doing means actually I have to do scp command from my slave machine to my Tomcat server every time, right? So that time it will ask you the password, but to automate the things we cannot use password, right? We cannot provide the password at runtime. So instead of that I can do password less authentication. So before like what I can do in slave machine, I can generate the keys and I can copy those keys into my slave machine. So now onwards it won't ask any password. Can you just save it and go back to slave machine? Yeah, here try that command again. That scp command. Yeah, yeah, see, it directly copied. It did not ask any password for me. Now can you go back to Tomcat server? So under that web apps folder, now you can see that var file. Go to that web apps folder, cd /var/lib, the first folder. Can you copy that first folder? Copy paste. Don't type. Yeah, enter. Do ls.
Yeah, it's there.
See that var file I copied. Now the same command I have to paste. I have to do it from the command line. That putty session. I mean the build steps. Can you copy that command? Not this command. The scp command.
Okay.
Go to Maven server. Copy that scp command. But here you have to give that var file completely. Where that var file is there, you should give like, because you're in the same folder here, that's the reason you haven't given path. But if you run it from build steps, so can you do pwd? Wait, okay, first copy the command, no problem. Copy that scp full command till web apps, the second line also.
Oh,
Only
okay.
copy
Yeah,
till that web apps.
um,
Okay, now paste it into your web apps, I mean your build steps, because I want to automate this step. So first time I did manually, the same step I am going to automate now. Not here in build steps. No, wait. What you are doing?
yeah.
Control C. Not in putty session.
Uh,
In build steps means
yeah.
Jenkins build steps. Go to your Jenkins. Sample job 2. Configure. Come down. Yeah, go to build step. Yeah, next line. Add that step. But here, go back to Maven server once. Get the full path for that var file, because already you are in that folder. That's the reason you given without full path. But build step, like it cannot understand, right? Can you do pwd once? Pwd, enter. Yeah, copy this folder, the complete path, and paste it before that var file path. Go to build steps, because you have to give the full path. You have to tell that, yeah, before that var file. No, SCP తర్వాత
Okay.
ఆ ఫైల్ అంతా ఒకటే నేమ్.
Okay.
స్పేస్ తీసే, స్లాష్ ఇవ్వు, స్పేస్ తీసే, రిమూవ్ ద స్పేస్ అండ్ స్లాష్. యా, సో దట్ ఈస్ ద ఫుల్ పాత్ ఫర్ యువర్ var file. Okay, now that's it. So now onwards what will happen? Every time your build application will be built, the Sonar quality will be verified, then after that application, new application will be deployed into Tomcat. That's it. Now open your Tomcat server, that website. We have seen one website, right? Tomcat address. Yes. Now refresh it. Now you can see your application here, the student app application.
Yeah, it's there.
Yeah, see, because the var file is deployed into your web apps folder. So whatever the var files are available under that web apps folder, all those are applications on. You can see from here also. Just click on that application now. Now you can see what exactly the developer developed. See, this is the application he developed. This is the web page he developed with that student app code. In the same way, like she will create var files for different pages. Okay, those web pages, var files, you will upload into deployment, that Tomcat folder. Okay, so this is how the deployment will be happening to Tomcat. Now again, let's assume that I want to add date of birth also here in this web page. What I will do, again, your developer will open that GitHub. Somewhere in class files, he will add that date of birth code also. Okay, he will commit. Immediately what will happen? My build step will be triggered. So my Jenkins job will be triggered. So it will pull the latest code with whatever the Java code you created just now. It will pull the latest code. It will build an application with that code, and it will check the Sonar verification. Then after that, application will be copied into Tomcat server, the web apps folder. Now once that web apps folder is done, deployed, you can see that again, new change, whatever the change you did in developer did, right? That change here if you open this application. This is how the deployment will work. In the same way, now you're in dev server. In the same way, you'll talk to your developer, your application guy, database guy, what exactly you are doing for QA, what exactly you are doing for production. So first you have to take the instructions, right? What exactly they are doing, when they are doing, where they are doing. So each step by step you have to add into your build step. So we have added step by step only, right, to our Jenkins. In the same way, you have to add one step and you have to run the job. You have to test it whether that job is working fine or not. Trial and error method. At one shot you cannot configure all your steps one by one like what we did. Okay, so this is how the deployment will be done. So this is one of the example. You have to know what steps you have in your environment. Don't think that everywhere you will get the same setup. This is the sample setup which we did now. Okay, talk to them, get their instructions, add one by one, integrate one by one. What steps they want to do manually? Have to manual. So how to do it? Where to do it? When to do it? The order also important. Okay, now there one more thing is pending, the mail configuration. Okay, I think it's enough for today. Again, tomorrow I'll show you the mail configuration, the alert also, to send alert to the customers. That is also important. Okay, customers in the sense developer, because I no need to open my console to check the status of my job. So developer will be alerted, notified when the development is completed. Okay, so that is how it works. Again, it's enough, guys. Tomorrow class we'll see how to configure the mail configuration and the other types of jobs also. Okay, we do have like different types of jobs. So this job, whatever you configured, is called as freestyle job, freestyle Jenkins job. So we do have other types also, so we'll discuss about those jobs in tomorrow class. Okay, yeah. Okay then, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll meet again tomorrow, same time.
Thank
Yeah,
you. Bye.
thank you, Rama. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.